Movies have become so long. I mean, there's another rent in there somewhere.
Yeah,
Movies are too long. My baby bladder can't take that.
Oh, where I had to go to the bathroom during Solo.
I don't think it's the issue that movies are long, because I think for some films, it's necessary to have that length. I just think that there are too many movies that are too long, and a lot of them just add fluff instead of actually adding to the story.
My dear friend Lizzie, my counterpoint, the Miraculous Ladybug movie is 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Oh my god. What? It's what? Okay, I need to process it. I would say we just start the show. You two do it while I keep processing in the background. How about this?
All right.
You have the stage.
That sounds good. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the AWKWARDCast. ANY and Keyframe wonder about random dribble. And today we have a guest that we only had on once before. So hello, Dizzy Lizzy. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Are you still processing the miraculous thing, Maxie?
2 hours and 40 minutes for a fucking miraculous movie.
It's a.
Wait, 2 hours
it's also,
and 40 minutes.
It's something like that. Also, it's over 2 hours, and also it's a musical with like 14 songs. There are so many songs in the Miraculous Ladybug movie. I looked at the soundtrack and I kept scrolling.
Oh
and I was
boy,
like,
I get to hear Bryce Papenbrook sing
no,
again.
Liz,
Wait, what?
Liz. Here's the thing. Guys, Lizzie is a Ladybug fan in that she knows Ladybug, and I don't know likes it or not. But like, here's the thing.
I'm indifferent at this point.
No, I mean that's basically us. Here's the thing. From what I looked up, they don't have the voice actors actually singing for the in terms of Cat Noir and Ladybug singing for themselves in the movie.
Oh yeah, back to the 80s.
Huh?
They got their French voice actors to do their singing for the movie.
Huh? That's curious.
That is so strange because like I get it for Bryce Papenbrook, but like Christina V can sing.
That's what I was thinking, because it's like Christina V can actually sing. And look, the singers are good. They are good singers. I'm not going to say they're not. I've heard the music because it keeps popping up on my For You page. But the singing voice for Marinette is like 4 octaves lower than Christina's speaking voice. So you can tell that it's not the same person. You can make an argument for the Cat Noir one, but then everyone else has the same speaking and singing voice. Hawkmoth sings with Hawkmoth's voice actor, and it sounds good, which makes me wonder, why was that part still in French in the show? I don't know. I can't watch this movie until next week. So,
wait, Keith Silverstein can sing?
Yes, he can sing! It makes me mad!
No, there's
yes, Matt, yes,
I was
about
to say, I'm missing the raise hand button that I have in work meetings because we use Hangouts.
Yes, German boy in the corner, I'm sorry.
So, I'm not sure, the movie, every website I just checked told me that the movie is 1 hour 45 minutes. Which either raises the question.
I may have said the wrong number, sorry.
Okay, but there is still a what in there, because by making the movie shorter but still have it containing 14 songs, this is even more songs per minute. Or more every X
Yes, minutes. No, they're according to the people who I've talked to that have seen the movie.
They're like song.
Oh yeah, every 5 or 10 minutes there's a new song.
Yeah, which is literally every 7.5 minutes, which is exactly between 5 and 10. Literally every 7.5 minutes needs a new song to start.
Yep. I mean, yep. And also, they weirdly replaced one of the voice actors with the voice actor for Tails. Just cause why not? I mean, I like Colleen O'Shaughnessy, but still, it's just like, why are you here? Yeah, you're not who I think you are. But yeah,
Anyways,
that's gonna be that rant will happen in another awkward cast.
I probably after we both see in the movie. But yeah, about this guest person up here.
Yes, Lizzie. Sorry to sidetrack you with Miraculous Ladybug, but for the people who don't know who you are, what do you do, and why should people care?
My name is, I am Dizzy Lizzy. I am a freelance digital artist, and I don't know how to answer the last question properly.
People rarely do.
Basically, I do commission work for a bunch of different people. I've done work for DA Games, specifically a side project, Bantermations. I've done work for Key in the past. I've done work for Elsie Lovelock. I did a print for her for a convention recently. I've done work for a bunch of different people. I've also just done my own stuff.
Thing in here.
I think that was their mother.
Whoops.
Whoops. But yes,
But yeah,
they've done a lot.
I just do a bunch of commission work for people, and
Like
I also
members
just
of
do my
our
own thing
audience.
so often.
Yeah, like members of our audience who complain about not having a diverse cast of guests. So I brought a guest that hasn't been here a lot. Are you happy now? Wah. I'm gonna be sassy today. But yeah, Lizzie, what have you been up to recently? Like, have you been slaying any dragons? Rescuing any damsels?
I've actually been getting out quite a bit. I've been going to see a lot of movies, and recently, about a few weeks ago, I went to a local, my first local convention, which was the first year of it happening.
Ooh.
Ah, cool.
Actually. Yeah.
What was
That
was there any famous people there?
The voice of the person who was there was Amanda C. Miller, and she was the voice of characters such as Sailor Jupiter in the Funimation dub of Sailor Moon. She's Boruto, and if you've ever played Danganronpa, she is the voice of Junko Enoshima and Toko.
Oh yeah, you've been getting into Danganronpa, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Not another one. Not another one.
I mean, I have it on my. I may even
It's
have.
been fun.
Yeah.
No, it starts as fun, and then you sink down and down and down, and then
They have to
suddenly
quickly...
you're writing weird. Then you're suddenly writing weird fan fictions with people you know being in Danganronpa. The fucking. I don't want to say the pony fandom ruined Danganronpa for me, but the pony fandom definitely ruined Danganronpa for me.
Mage did a great thing.
Mage is different. I'm talking about the people who unironically kept making weird Danganronpa fanfictions where I kept dying.
Oh.
That is weird because you would seem like the person that would like live to like the final trial and like make it out alive.
In one of the fics I lived, and Golden was the first one to die.
Wait, what? Were those
I can assure you.
auto-generated ones?
No, these were DeviantArt fanfiction posts.
Huh.
And there were so many. There was just a span of time
Yes,
where there was just a lot of MLP analysis Danganronpa fanfictions.
This sounds familiar. Are you sure they were not somehow randomly generated? Like, because they followed, like, a very stubborn pattern? Like...
They were not randomly generated. I am being dead ass with you. They were not. But it's like, that was my first exposure to Danganronpa. That and Mage's thing. So I had very mixed feelings. Because I was like, which one of these is the more accurate representation of this game? Because I'm not going to play it.
I can assure you, it is actually... It's just one of those, like, there's an underlying mystery going on, but that kind of gets overshadowed by the fact that this malicious guy is trying to trying to get everyone to kill each other. Because he wants everyone to do it for the sake of despair.
Ooh. Sorry.
It makes more sense when you play the games, trust me.
I mean, I would assume. There are things that just sound inexplicable when you describe them that make a bit more sense when you play. That's the entire appeal of Ace Attorney. You know, the game that everyone loves.
Oh! Well, actually, the best way to describe it is Danganronpa is it's sort of like an Ace Attorney style game as a visual novel along those lines.
Oh yeah.
That's not a good elevator pitch with Max. Max isn't like Ace Attorney.
It's so exhausting. Everybody's so dumb. Also, I just checked my Steam library. I already own Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc.
You own like 40 million games,
It's true.
So statistically, you would probably have at least a Danganronpa.
Yeah, I have only one, so I have a Danganronpa. So
one Danganronpa, please. But yes, Lizzie, you've been going out a lot more, which is great. You've been having a good time, and part of going out also means going to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
recently I've seen
my transitions.
Whoa!
Yep, I've seen a couple of movies recently, but one I've seen recently is Oppenheimer.
Oh, the comedy of the century.
Yeah.
Please tell us about Oppenheimer.
Yeah, so basically Oppenheimer is about like well, it's about both the creation of the atomic bomb and basically it doesn't stop there because it goes into like the effects on the world afterwards, like what started happening after this discovery happened, and how it started affecting like everybody involved and who not only who made it but the people around them, like different countries, what's going on, like why is this actually like a really bad thing. It's a movie that starts off like really sad, or like not like sad, but it starts off with a not so sweet tone, but it only gets sadder from there because it just constantly reminds you, hey, this thing isn't good and can potentially kill everybody in the future.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I like Fallout.
It's ever wanted a movie about the creation of Nuketown? You know, this is for you. But I mean, how did you enjoy this movie? Was there ups and downs with it? Because let me tell you, I have felt no urge to see Oppenheimer.
Kind of the same.
To me, it's not so much the content, like it's not so much about the story. It's about like how it's told. To me, this is like an audio-visual masterpiece, in my opinion. It's like what they do with the world and like how they describe. I'm not explaining this well. It's basically how they visualize everything. There's one specific scene I can't tell you what it is, but there's one specific scene where like everything just kind of stops and you're left to like sit there in silence and like you're forced to take in the gravity of everything that's going on.
Okay. I mean, I do like when films do that, but my sleepy brain just kind of imagined Christopher Nolan walking onto the film set, staring at you directly and being like, now think about this and feel bad.
I mean, metaphorically, that's probably
he doesn't walk out, but he doesn't walk out, but that's essentially what's happening. I don't know how else to describe it without spoiling certain parts. I mean, if you know the story or like know like the history of what happened, then you kind of have an idea. But it's not so much the history; it's what they do, how they tell it. That's the reason why I'm trying not to say a lot because it's not so much what the story is; it's how they tell it and why it's so impactful. Because that makes me speechless.
Yeah. Let me ask you a very important question, because this is a modern Christopher Nolan movie. Is the audio actually mixed well? I don't want another Tenet.
I don't know what that means.
That you can understand what people are fucking saying, that's the first thing.
Yes. My issue
I don't like the hesitancy.
Mixed poorly. It's the fact that for some reason, all the characters seem to just whisper constantly.
Yeah, okay, it's a modern Nolan movie. I fucking hate this. whispering doesn't make your acting any better.
Excuse me, Hollywood
I will
is looking. Hollywood is looking at YouTube and seeing the big trends, and 10 years later they put them in their movies. I mean, when did ASMR have their big thing? It was 10 years ago, wasn't it?
I probably. But what were you gonna say, Lizzie?
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I am wondering though, because the theater I went to, it's not like the audio is horrible, but sometimes you do have to go back there and ask them to bump it up a little bit, which I will admit did help because it's like I was able to hear it a little bit better, but it's just.
Yeah,
I just wish the actors weren't constantly whispering everything.
I believe you just confirmed Key's worst fears about the movie.
Well, okay. Who do you think would like the movie? Who do you think wouldn't like the movie? I guess people who don't want to feel bad watching a movie, I guess.
Personally, I feel like people who are just interested in learning about, like, people who aren't aware and people who do want to learn more about, like, what happened, or just see, like this film. Because like I said, it is visually and audibly an experience to see, but to me, it's also one of those where it's like, you have to be interested in the subject matter, or just be interested in seeing this type of film in general. Otherwise, it's not going to attract you.
That is very fair. I mean, also, if you're a Christopher Nolan fanboy, you'll probably like it, but you like anything that he puts on your plate. Let's be real here.
But I'm not sure how familiar you are with the actual history, but on a scale from documentary to Bohemian Rhapsody, how authentic of a adaptation of real life events do you have the feeling it is?
I am not super familiar with the actual history, so I'm not going to really comment on this.
How many Rami Maleks out of 10 is it? I mean, Rami Malek is in the movie, so...
Yes, he is.
Well, yeah, because everyone's in this fucking movie. It's the Muppet movie of nukes. Because, like,
even Josh Peck is in this film.
Yeah.
Wait, well, most important question, since it's about nuclear power and everybody's in... Is Ron Perlman in the movie?
Is who in the movie?
No.
Ron Perlman?
Yeah.
No.
Are you sure
Gary Oldman's in there?
Are we sure that he's not reading the opening?
Damon is in there for some reason.
Yeah.
Are we sure that Ron Perlman wasn't the reader of the opening for Oppenheimer, talking about how war or atomic bombs never change?
No, I know that would be
never
great.
changes.
But no. Fucking... God, the cast list for this is huge. I know another film where the cast list is very huge, which is Max's movie.
Oh, another segue! Oh! I have also watched the movie. I have watched the other half of Barbenheimer. I went with the denim lady to the cinemas on the Fridays, and we did watch the Barbie and the movie. Where to start? I'm not even sure. What is the current consensus understanding of the movie?
I heard that the movie is actually one giant, like, patriarchal versus matriarchal commentary film.
I'm not even sure if it's necessarily patriarchal versus matriarchal. It's more like,
well, isn't like the whole plot
in
line
general.
Ken learns about the... Isn't like one of the biggest plot lines Ken learns about the patriarchy?
Yeah. But it's like, it's not patriarchy versus matriarchy. It's more like critical.
Well, because Barbie Land is a
focus.
matriarchy, right?
I guess it is, yeah, if you think about it, but it's also like...
Because, like, isn't the whole thing is that the Barbies are the ones who
the
actually have
spoiler
jobs?
warning?
No, because from what I've heard, this is just the
that's called spoilers.
Establishing shot. The establishing plot of the movie is spoilers? Is that Barbie Land, the Barbies have jobs and the Kens just kind of be dudes?
I mean, they do say that in the trailer, essentially.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, they had an entire Ken musical number in one of the trailers. So
in fact, the advertisement is like, look at all these Barbies, but he's just Ken.
There you go.
He is enough.
So, but yes, what did you think of the Barbie in real life New York City?
Yeah. It's for one thing, it's not all wacky comedy all the way. I mean, by the thing you two pointed out just now, there is a certain more serious tone to it. There is maybe something to be said that the switching back and forth, like there were some whiplash moments where the story went very, very real. So no, it's also a similar situation where I cannot. I mean, go too much into it, but I remember it's for the majority of it, it's wacky, like wacky shenanigans. Sometimes a little bit too wacky for personal taste, and some things were like very over the top. I mean, we saw it in the trailer early. The way how they travel from Barbie Land to the real world through a very rapid sequence of.
I love that. I mean, it makes me. It's very Muppet movies, like with they travel by map. I love that concept. Everything I really want to see Barbie, but then I got COVID. But it's like I mean, every clip I've seen, which all the clips take place in Barbie Land that I've seen, mind you.
Yeah, I mean,
I love the sets of Barbie Land.
Oh yeah,
they
went
look
all
so
out.
cheesy, so fun. We need more movies with practical sets.
Yeah, I mean, they went like they, and I mean, this is really also the beginning. So they were leaning fully in. So they have all those actual Barbie products, like the plastic,
the dream houses and the beach
plastic,
sets.
Exactly, the plastic, oversized cups or mugs, and they are just holding them and going like, and nothing comes out. So like you play with your Barbie.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine. I don't confirm nor deny. I have a feeling that with the Barbie Land and real world things, this is a Lego movie situation of where Barbie world exists amongst reality.
Kind
That's why I'm saying don't confirm nor deny. Yeah. My theory is that this is just kind of the world where the. You know, you know how like in the beginning of most Toy Story movies, they're like fantasy spots. This is just the manifestation of people's fantasy spots playing with Barbies. But you know, that's my theory.
Yeah.
A
kinky theory. Yeah. No, but yeah. So no, but point for with also some things that just were weird for the purpose of being weird. Like you have a bunch of humans where I was almost guessing that wait, they are not real humans, because the way how they interacted with the environment and with each other felt so like surreal, but nothing in the movie hinted towards them not being human. So they were all just weird, but in an uncanny way. Which is like,
when there's a world with actual doll cartoony characters, they're being weirder than the actual cartoony dolls.
No more on the same level.
On the same, that shouldn't be the case when you have literal doll people.
But what it was the case, which was a little bit irritating to me. You have this fascinating child character who has some absolute peak moments, and then in other moments she's just there smiling like. But this is like criticism. This is not criticism of the movie. It's just nitpicking at this point. No, to maybe get back to the thing, like it starts out very wacky, very colorful. Then we introduce the conflict on many layers, and then you have like a few moments where it's just all the wackiness stops, and we go into very, very too real moments. Where it's like, holy shit! This is the first moment you are maybe like, ha ha, Huh, oh shit, this keeps... Oh no! Oh no! They are going there! And...
This sounds like my type of
I
movie.
came here to have a good time, and I felt so attacked. Because, like, fun fact, I didn't... Yeah, because I didn't just see Oppenheimer. I saw, like, Barbie the next day after seeing Oppenheimer.
Yeah. No, I remember just one moment where it was absolute silence in the movie and in the cinema, and then just one woman somewhere screamed like, "Amen!"
Ah, man, I love that scene where fucking Greta Gerwig walks out on stage, looks at the audience, and be like, "Think about this."
Basically.
Is that a reference to something?
Yeah, to
No,
Keyframe 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, no,
when
me
we
saying
talked
that with the Oppenheimer thing.
No, I'm just wondering if that bit that you're saying right there was like a reference
that's just
to like
me.
something.
That's just no. This is the equivalent of me when I'm talking about. I have bits, okay? When I have bits of like I have not seen this thing or I don't want to talk about what takes place in this thing, I talk about directors coming on stage or people eating spaghetti in the dark for 20 minutes.
You have to know, Lizzie. Key is a very facetious work in progress. The pain you feel is real, however.
Get out.
Can I put the spoiler tag on for 1 second? Because there was one spoiler I found out about the movie. And I'm happy that I found it out.
Ah.
I really like that John Cena is one of the Kens. He's the mermaid
He is
one.
in there, and I had such a blast moment when I'm like, "You fucker snuck on another set and I'm loving you for it."
I mean, like, look,
yeah,
I can look at this movie and be like, so you got Harley Quinn, fucking Shang-Chi, and John Cena together as Barbies and Kens, and, you know, and Ryan Gosling being the role he was meant for.
Oh, yeah. Also.
Like, every interview I have watched of him, he has been Ken-pilled, and he is
I guess we can go back?
Yeah, we could go back. I was just gonna say, my favorite story about Barbie is him talking in an interview about him considering playing Ken, and he was like, my agent gave it to me, and I didn't know if I wanted to do it. Then I came home and found a decapitated Ken doll on my lawn, and then I picked it up and went back to my agent being like, I think I need to do this movie. Whose Ken doll was that?
Did he even know?
I would imagine they were so committed to getting him there, they just bought a random Ken doll, went to his house, left the head in...
Greta Gerwig decapitated a Ken doll and was like, okay, roll down the window, I see Ryan's house! But, I guess the big...
that concerned me, though... Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
You saw the movie, too. So
I was saying one thing that yeah, because I also saw it, but the one thing that concerned me, I wouldn't say that you shouldn't take your children to say this, but there are some things in the movie that are like a little iffy, so it is a huge parental discretion. With that being said, there were a lot of children in that theater when I went to see it, and I'm just like, I hope you all looked into this.
The movie's rated PG-13. Like...
But you mean parts of certain male behavior, or...
I'm saying because there are like certain like references and things said that like aren't like necessarily bad, but it is something that you're going to want to look into before seeing it, because there are some.
Should I put the spoiler tag on? Okay, I put the spoiler tag on.
Yeah, you're going to put it on for a brief moment.
You consider if you want to take your headphones off or not.
This will mean nothing to me until I watch it.
Yeah, this is nothing. It's very out of context, but there is literally a point where Barbie brings up the fact that she doesn't have a vagina.
Oh yeah, and
she says it explicitly like that too.
But I mean, come on. In reality, which kid that ever had one of those dolls didn't undress them and was like, huh?
Where is it? But like,
no, but it is one of those things where I do feel like parents would probably be like, "This is an outrage! How dare you say that?" And I know it's probably like, why? But it's also like, considering the things that parents get mad at with films nowadays, that shouldn't be
No,
a surprise.
that's entirely valid. It's stupid, but it's valid. It's kind of like a don't make me tap the sign thing, and then you tap to the very clear PG-13 rating that's on Barbie. It's like,
Well, I guess that brings us back.
Shut up.
But yeah, okay. On the one hand, the rating. On the other hand, maybe it's just me growing up in Europe, but I don't see the problem.
We're talking about American white people.
Yeah, but
we're
that's
talking
the
about
thing.
American white people. They will get mad.
But that's the thing. We were like, oh yeah, we were concerned on the parents' behalf, but I'm more like, parents, get real.
I mean, they should.
We're literally
they're not gonna. They have lead poisoning, man. Like, they're not going to.
We are literally
they're
like that one scene in The Simpsons where it's like, won't somebody please think of the children?
Basically, yeah.
Look, a lot of boomers, especially in America, they will not look. They don't read. I don't think they can read.
But, okay.
They ate too many lead paint chips as a child. They're gonna get mad.
Here's a big question. Are those people who get mad over the mentioning of, I guess what we talked about in the spoiler, in case you actually muted, we talked about the mentioning of sexual organs and the lack thereof on Barbie dolls. Do the people who would get offended over that, go out of this movie happy anyways?
No, I mean, the big thing I've seen about this movie is so many, like, fucking Andrew Tate sniffers being like, this movie's anti-men.
No,
it is really not. In fact, it's the opposite.
I mean, they apparently walked out of the movie too early.
Yeah, I don't know. But who do you think would like the movie? Who do you think would not like the movie? Because I feel like you have legit criticisms with... It's some of the weirdness.
To be a little bit facetious and speak in American understandable terms, who would like the movie? Democrats who would Democrat voters, I should say, who would dislike the movie, or Republican voters. It's very progressive in its messaging. It's very critical. If there are certain studies that are critical about things in America, we know how certain people like being forced to think critical about things. So yeah, if you are not good with any rattling of status quo, of hard questions, of being confronted with shit, you will not have a good time. If you are on board
in neither here or Oppenheimer, Barbenheimer is just not meant to make you feel good.
If you are, it's a very fun movie. There's a lot of great stuff going in there. There is the narrator. The narrator is such a blessing. I can't say it. There is one moment. So in the beginning, there's a narrator. The narrator then is very quiet for the longest time of the movie, and then the narrator comes back and drops one line, which is like, oh my god, 2 thumbs up, amazing use of narrator.
Thank you, Helen Mirren.
Basically, the narrator suddenly returns halfway through the movie for just one absolutely beautiful line, and I'm like, good job. So there are legitimately amazing things in it. As you mentioned before, Barbie Land is, like, from a practical point of view, pretty amazingly designed. At some point, the wackiness got a little bit cringe for me personally. If you are also a very as you mentioned, like Andrew Tate, weak-minded, incel-leaning man, you will probably also either come out of the movie wiser or very, very buttered.
I look, I have nothing else to contribute, so I need to go see Barbie.
One thing I can say is to me, this movie, I think I told you this earlier, but to me, this movie feels like it's in a similar vein to something like the Brady Bunch movie, where They know how cheesy, how corny, and how silly their property is, but they know this out of love and respect for it, and they're not have any problems poking and prodding it out of love. It is a huge love letter to everything Barbie, and it is beautiful.
When you told me that in call last night, I was like, okay, that's the best elevator pitch you could give for me for this movie. It's the Brady Bunch movie, but with Barbie, and it's like, oh, that sounds amazing. I fucking love the Brady Bunch movie.
Apparently.
But you can tell that they poke fun at it out of love. There's no malice towards anything.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
No malice towards the product, for sure.
I mean, like, come on, it's Barbie. But also, I just want to say this. People are like, oh, this film is so woke and progressive. Have you actually, like, looked at Barbie for, like, 5 minutes once you get past the pink? Barbie is one of the most progressive toys, like, ever for girls. She does everything. She's a fucking astrophysicist.
Oh, Lizzy, she needs to see the movie. She's already buying into it.
Look, I'm just saying, if people get mad at Barbie having a progressive message, they don't actually know the entity of Barbie besides the color pink. Also, apparently all the music is done by the guy who did Uptown Funk, so that makes me very excited.
Wait, what?
It's Mark Ronson.
Wait, actually,
that
makes a lot of sense.
I mean, yeah, you got the guy who helped make all of Amy Winehouse's music sound great. So,
also,
like,
yeah, the music. Now that you mentioned it, the music was super often super descriptive music, and I'm not good with hearing lyrics. It's a brain thing. I don't know. I even with German songs have trouble hearing lyrics.
Just an auditory processing
basically, thing. Yeah. In this song, even I could not listen to the lyrics because they were often like descriptive of what was happening, but in a very cheeky way. Great shit.
Yes. Well, there you go. That is Barbenheimer. Go feel bad for different reasons.
And now,
now I'm gonna make you feel bad for another reason. Because, hey guys, it's Chrissy here. I'm talking about a video game for once. I'm taking the Max spot. But this video game might as well be a movie. So I'm talking about the propaganda simulator game, Not for Broadcast. I found this game out from an animatic that someone I follow, Nicole Rodriguez, who made like this really good Beetlejuice animatic. They released a sneak peek of their Not for Broadcasting, and I was like, what is this based off of? And then I looked it up, and I'm in love with this game. So what is it? It is a full motion video game where you are like the TV engineer of essentially, I guess you could say, a pastiche of like Channel 4, like the private channel in the UK, because the game is set in a fictional country, but it's basically the UK in like the mid 80s to early 90s. And it's this alternate universe where this super far left political party comes into power. And first they put in some good reforms, but then they become more and more authoritarian. And then there's another faction called the Disruption, which is not, there's no black and white here. They're just as corrupt. And your whole job is that you are in charge of real-time censoring what ads you put on during the broadcasts, all this stuff. And you can have your channel be leaning towards the advance, leaning towards the disruption, or being neutral. And there's like a bunch of different epilogues and different pathways you can take based off of it. And it's so good. It is so, from sheer technical standpoint, this game is so impressive. It has the world record for most full motion video in one video game.
Okay.
And if you don't know what full motion video is, it's what it is. People. It has like nearly 43 hours of full motion video for the entire campaign, not counting the DLC.
Most full motion video games are indie, right? So they are no AAA ones.
Or it's like Night Trap or something like that. Limited.
But what was high end back then is basically the indie from today regarding size.
But I'm very impressed by how this, because it's so seamless, and the amount of control that you have of because there's broadcast days where you're in the control room doing the things, and then non-broadcast days, which are basically like visual novel days of how your work affects your home life and all that stuff. And it's so fascinating. Because there's especially with the censorship and putting in ads and stuff, like, you can let people's sacrifices go completely in vain by going to a commercial. You have that power, so you could be like a terrible person, and it very much shows that leaning one side to the other, like going far one side or far the other side, is not good, especially when you find out both sides are hella corrupt and everything. I wouldn't say this game promotes being a centrist. I wouldn't say that. I think it just shows everything is gray. That's what I would say. But there's so much content. There's so much replayability value. I think there's 4 different epilogues you can get from the first campaign itself, and it has 3 DLC campaigns, like 3 full campaign stories that you could do afterwards that they released. And it's just so good. The acting is great. It's just a very well-designed game. I really do enjoy. I'm not one for government simulators, or I'm not big into sim games besides like The Sims. But they did so good with this. Some people may be like, I know that some initial reviews of it when it was early access was like the political storytelling's confusing. Newsflash, politics are confusing. It makes you think, and fucking Mr. Not for Broadcast comes on stage and tells you to think about it. It doesn't do that. But it's really good, and the mechanics are so easy to pick up, and I love games that allow you to be the worst version of yourself.
That's good to know, because when I saw this popping up on my Steam as well, and I was like, I know how I did in Papers, Please. I did not good. I was completely mechanically, literally just doing my job while somebody else was actually whispering over my shoulder. Okay, this is this, because I was just in the zone, because it's supposed to be a stressful one.
Yeah.
But that's good to hear.
There's so many variations to the storylines, because each broadcast, you pick the headlines, you pick the advertisements. The advertisements promote certain companies, or that promote certain factions, or it could increase your earnings, but it could put you in bad favor. There's a whole plot line about censoring the press and all this stuff. And I don't want to spoil anything besides because there are so many things in the game. It's such a jam-packed game that it's hard to spoil it, but it's also very easy to. It's weird. But what I could say is that it is probably one of the best games I've played in the past few years. I was completely enraptured by it. And I can't believe I'm saying that about political propaganda Night Trap, basically. I just think it's fantastic. And I haven't played the DLCs yet. There's 3 DLCs. I think it's Bits of Your Life, which is a time traveling plot, Live and Spooky, which is their Halloween one, and then there's a second one, Time Loop. Time Loop is the time traveling one. Bits of Your Life, I do not remember the plot line of, but I haven't played them yet. I need to. They are also full motion video things, and I'm excited to play it. And it's only like $20 on Steam. It's not. And look, I know some of you guys, if your game is more than $5, you're going to be like, "Oh, how privileged are these people?" Look, it's not made. It's made by Tiny Build, which is a very reputable game dev publisher, and like it's just the amount of content in it is worth the $20. People who would like it, people who like sim games, people who like game with replayability, variations in the storyline, and people who like to think. If you want to go head empty, this is not the video game for you. Like, this is not. I don't know what's a head empty video game. Stardew, like
Could
fucking
be, yeah.
Minecraft, Fortnite. Look, I play my share of head empty video games. I play all three that I just listed. But when you're in the mood to think, this is a really good game. So yeah. But I guess also people who don't want to think about socioeconomic or political, socio-political issues and stuff like that. If that's your yuck and it's not your yum, go watch Barbie and play Fortnite. I don't know. But yeah, those are a Cookie Clicker. Yeah, go play Cookie Clicker. But yeah, I really recommend this game. I want more people I know to play this game, so I have more people to talk to about it.
Well, I might check it out.
Yeah, it's on Steam. It's on Steam and Xbox and PlayStation. It's also on the It's also on the Quest 2. So in theory, you can play this game in VR. I have not played it in VR.
I'm surprised this isn't on Switch yet, because this seems like a great game for the Switch.
There's something really funny about a cutesy little Switch playing this game, just saying. But yeah, I really recommend this game, and it's a fairly recent game. The full game was released in 2022, and like the last DLC came out earlier this year. So this is not like an older game. This is fairly new, so it should run decently. But yeah, that is my recommendation. Look, guys, I actually recommended a real thing and not a horror YouTube channel or someone drinking water.
So back
or a
to
really
the
dumb Netflix show.
Back next week to the normal world where I talk about an audiobook, you talk about an obscure YouTube channel, and our guest. What does our guest bring in?
Actual content.
I mean, Lizzie brought Oppenheimer, so.
Yeah, actual content.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying that the guest is the control of this experiment.
Ah.
I mean, like, no, next week will probably be the Miraculous movie.
When is that come out?
I mean, technically it's out now because it got leaked, but it officially comes out on Friday. But look, I'm just saying, we could just have an awkward cast with no guests, and it's just you and me talking about the Miraculous movie. The most unwatchable awkward cast.
Wait, there are other does this mean we have to get Abby?
Oh, we could get Hi guys, we haven't had a Three Idiots this month, but instead, here's us talking about the Miraculous Ladybug movie.
For 2 hours straight, no introduction, no QA,
introduction.
no
we
FMK,
go live.
only
We go
Miraculous.
we go live mid-sentence talking about something with the Miraculous movie.
Yeah. But yeah, nevertheless, I also just want to point out Netro's all caps comment. I first read it as, "Who are you and what did you do?" And to the real Chrissy. Like the intro of the show.
And what did you do?
Exactly. But yeah, so this art of the week by who is the artist? I'm trying to read it from here. It's a little bit.
Dizzy Lizzy.
I never heard of them.
Yeah, I mean, like I look really cool,
But yeah, I know we had the theme basically last episode already, being our DA podcasting host.
DA radio.
DA radio
host.
Exactly.
Yes.
But I thought like, yeah, we can have one more fitting to the.
Look, we have a very ample supply of cosmic radio host fan art now.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people drawing fan art for that recently.
Look, it's a great outfit. And also people drawing. Look, we don't talk about our weeks, but I just want to give context because someone messaged me on Discord today asking, Chrissy, what's a Febby? And I was like, okay, let me explain.
Febby is a friend.
Febby is a friend. If you watch DA Radio, there's a little like GIF that I had as a joke like a few weeks ago before TrotCon and COVID. Which is just a glam rock Freddy doing a little dance, and it's just a trace over of this viral video of a pug dancing, and I kept it on my on the desk, and I just started calling it Febby, and the audience kinned Febby. The entire chat would just say Febby. And we made it so there's like, the GIF just plays all the time when I'm playing the music videos. And it just says Febby Cam. And everyone's like, man, look at Febby go! And there is an official design of Febby that's not Glam Rock Freddy. It's a little Ursa Minor star bear, which I really love. Shout out to my audience yesterday who bullied me into giving Febby a little. There he is. There's Febby. I love him. Look at him
Yay.
go.
I actually know the dancing video of the pug, and I was like, nah, it can't be that. Freddy is a bipedal. That wouldn't work. Okay, now I see somebody made it work after all. It is the dance I had in mind.
You know what we need to do for Febby?
Yeah, there's the Febby Cam.
Even bigger.
You know what we need to do for Febby?
What do we need to do for Febby?
You know that image of Freddy just sitting there looking dopey, and it's called Freddy. We need to have him just sit there like that.
I mean,
I could easily just draw it to look like Febby.
Yeah, I got bullied near the end of the stream to constantly give Febby things. So near the end of the stream, you just see that Febby has an entire Happy Meal around him, like a McDonald's Happy Meal.
Was that a problem?
Yeah, there he is. There it is.
Listen, he was hungry. He wanted his nuggets and his fries and his.
There was so many people being mad, being like, "You gave him a Happy Meal. Where's his drink?" And I had to be like, "There's milk with the Happy Meal. Milk's not enough. Give him a shake. Give him a McFlurry." And it's like, guys, the entire chat was this, and it was like, I mean, I'm glad you guys aren't requesting the same song 17 times, but
oh my goodness, that was your fault.
My chat fell in love with Febby, and now just Febby is my. The McFlurry is later, Netro.
No,
Shut
a
up.
McFurry.
A McFurry. Where the McFurry?
By the way, Key, don't complain about the same song playing multiple times. That was your fault. You gave them fuel. You knew what you were doing.
Yeah. Basically, I told the chat because you can get priority with your song request if you super chat, and I was like,
You basically gave them. It's like
there was nearly a half hour. There was
nearly
a half hour of this 4-hour radio show that was just the Baldi's Basic song playing over and over and over again.
Isn't this
because
Will's favorite song he's the most proudest of?
There was just a moment where my mic was unmuted and I just started singing along to the song and then just let out a blood-curdling scream. And then I just started messing with the video. I deep-fried it. And everyone's like, what the fuck is like fucking Baldy creepypasta? And then there's just a bunch of, if you go to any part, no, go forward. There's a point where there's like 12 Febbies on screen during it. No, it still has to be in Baldy. No, just forward. Just keep going.
I thought you played it multiple times, so.
I did. Oh, just click there, click there. Oh yeah, I was getting mad and I just started playing other music videos while Baldy is playing, but I was having a mental breakdown.
Well, I guess I better link this episode of DA Radio below.
Will came into the radio show being like, guys, I'm going to have to cut you off with your minds. You requested 14 of them, guys. We gotta stop. But you know what? It was funny. It was worth it. It was funny.
No, what was funny was my perspective, because I was in the chat while this was happening, and you don't understand how, like, it was fine at first, but then it kept going, and some people didn't realize it was going to keep going, so when they realized that the song was playing again, they were like, oh no. Oh no.
They don't realize that I commit to my bits.
Oh, this reminds me of some comedian who was talking about back in the good old days when in diners there were still the jukeboxes.
Oh yeah, no, I've directly referenced the Salt and Pepper Diner. That's John Mulaney.
John Mulaney, yeah. Like going in with like, what was it?
Playing
a dozen quarters.
Pussycat.
And yeah, a dozen quarters, putting them all in and queuing.
It's like, no, put one, it's not unusual. And that's when the evening went from good to great. But, yeah, anyways, let's go to the Q&A segment now.
Let's go,
I don't want to
buddy.
relive my trauma.
Exactly. Everybody relive this 4 hours of trauma in the... I put the link down below.
Yes. So, what, do we have any on Twitter?
We do have questions on Twitter. Or we have one question on Twitter, and you will never guess who asked it.
Okay.
No, J-Rock. It's J-Rock.
Yes, say the question.
Okay, I'm saying the question. Would you rather have super sensitive taste buds or super sensitive hearing?
Taste buds.
Honestly, I would rather the taste buds because I already have super sensitive hearing, and let me tell you, it is not fun. It is not fun at all.
Yeah, I think we learned with Encanto that the worst power is super hearing. Like, I can't go anywhere. Fucking, I go to hotels so often. If I had super hearing, I'm gonna hear so many people fucking, and I don't want to hear that.
But on top of that, like, I already have a hard time picking up what noises that are, like, sounds.
Oh, speaking of, but yeah, like, with taste, I can control.
No, I like.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have issues with, like, hearing sounds of, like, clicking of keyboards, chewing of gum. Just all these little things already drive me up a wall and make me want to drop kick a baby. But having my ears more enhanced would probably make me want to just crawl into a grave and die. I can't handle hearing all these nuances.
Look,
constantly.
With taste, you control what goes in your mouth. You can't control what goes in your ears, like sound-wise. There's not a passive taste thing unless the air is just that bad. Like, I'm just and I'm just saying, super sensitive taste buds. If you eat food that you like, that is going to be the best fucking food of your life, exploding with flavor. But yeah, I would rather sensitive taste. What about you, Max?
I guess I will take my I put my contrarian hat on.
Okay.
Living with a super taster. I can also see the limitations of it. I cannot personally relate to the sensitivity of noises that Lizzie described them just now. I can completely see that if you have this kind of situation going for if this is the case for you, I can 100% understand why you say no hearing. But I see certain limitations, but because you say I can control what gets into my mouth, but if you go out eating, you will. I'm not sure if your enjoyment. Yeah, if you have the perfect food, the enjoyment goes up. But if it's not perfect, you will know it even more, and your enjoyment might potentially go down. And
Well,
I like
I'm not
to
a
stuff.
coward.
I like to stuff. I like to put stuff in my face. So so I'm a little bit worried what this would do to my enjoyment of average food. If I develop a higher evolved taste. But on the other hand, I dare to say, you are out there, you want food with people maybe, and you go to a place and then you are stuck with the place and you kind of have to eat that food. You say, yeah, you are the one who is ultimately in control of what do I put on my fork and end up in my mouth immediately. But at the end of the day, if you are in a place and all the food is meh, there is no avoiding it except for going hungry. I dare to say, like sleep masks, you can probably have something that dampens your hearing. Like
Yes, parents have children wear headphones all the time to dampen their hearing in loud places. So
yeah,
I guess it works. I think it's just because I have fucked my mouth over the years. This is what happens when you have a high tolerance to pretty much everything. I wish I had a more sensitive palate so I could just taste the nuances of food. But no, I just am the person who can down Carolina Reapers without blinking. It's like, this is a curse. Yeah, delicious. To me, every food is meh most of the time unless I really like the food. So I want heightened taste. I want to be able to taste the murderer of a crime scene. That will be my power.
Wait, what?
Follow me on this. Shut up.
Okay.
Look, follow me on this. With heightened hearing, yeah, you can hear certain things. But I'm imagining the superpower of taste, because a single flavor is worth 1,000 stories. If I go to a crime scene and I, just the crime scene, I can taste the DNA of the person who did it. And I could say, that's them, officer.
Definitely the type of super tasting we were talking about in that tweet. Definitely.
That is it. Look, I can make there was no restrictions put on
them.
Yeah,
I'm agreeing with you. This was definitely what J-Rock had in mind there. Definitely, yeah.
Definitely. But yes, thank you for your question, J-Rog. Onwards to the Discord chat.
Yes.
Let's see. You know what? This fits the previous question. Eternal Horizons asks, what hot food is worth the burnt tongue for you? So what food is just worth wrecking your mouth?
I guess,
for me, it. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Lizzie. You're the guest.
For me, it's like if you ever go to, I don't know, I think they're like banana peppers or but like those little things like you get in like salads at like Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Those are like not like pepperoncinis. They're not like super hot, but I love them. I love them so much, and I don't know why. I will just eat them. I will literally, specifically, if I ever go to Olive Garden, I will specifically pick those out for myself, and I'll just eat them like on their own. I love them so much. I don't know why.
Because I'm wondering, like, is what name is Odie going by? Eternal Horizons. Is he going by temperature hot or spicy hot?
I'm assuming temperature hot.
Oh yeah, he's actually in the chat.
You like the food so much you don't have the patience to wait for it to cool down. You just need it in your gullet.
Not knowing Odie, but I guess the answer is still valid. I mean, even Odie confirmed. But I have the feeling, knowing Odie and how half of his questions comes to be, he probably earned his tongue earlier today.
Based on a true story.
Basically. Aren't there those weird things that you put into the oven? And the outside there's a crust. The crust cools super fast, but then you have the more liquidy thing on the inside, and it stays.
Pocket?
Maybe, yeah. I guess it's a hot pocket. And the inside stays super duper hot, and you're like, oh, taste it from the outside, and you're like, okay, yeah, that seems to have cooled down, and you bite it, and
then you bite into magma. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is, confirmed. 1 minute before he asked the question.
Well, I'm gonna go with a very, very stereotypical Chrissy answer and be either pizza or curry. I love those foods so much. If you put a steaming hot bowl of curry in front of me, I'm going to eat it as fast as possible. And that is both spice and actual temperature of the food. As people who have eaten curry with me know, it can never be hot enough. It has to be hotter and hotter and hotter. And with pizza, the best stage of pizza is when it's right out of the oven and the cheese and the grease is just
that peak cheesy holiness.
Yes, look, give me a steaming hot pizza. Don't cut it. Let me fold it up into my sandwich, and I will enjoy it and make everyone look at me weird. Which is exactly what happened at TrotCon. I got a really hot pizza delivered to my table, and it wasn't cut, so I ate it like a sandwich, and every vendor looked over at me being like, what the fuck are you doing? And then I finished it and I unraveled it and there was just a circle of crust and they were like, you're a freak. And I agreed. And did it burn my mouth? A little bit, but it's worth it. I was hungry. What about you, Max? What food is worth your survival instinct going bye-bye?
I mean, that's the thing. I believe I have to bend it a little bit because normally I'm... for one, I'm not very sensitive when it comes to too hot stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, I can eat a lot hotter than denim, for example. However, where I put all reasoning out of my way is when I'm cooking and when I want to taste test. It's like, I just go in for a little taste test and maybe I do some obligatory blow on it, but then it's like, no matter how hot it still is.
But that's when it's its purest flavor. Of course you do that.
Yeah, but it's definitely got myself some burns on there. While when I then later have my full portion on my plate, then I can eat it at normal speed. So.
Yeah, but no, I guess that's valid. But who hasn't burnt their mouth taste testing their food? What are you gonna do? Wait for the food to cool and then taste test it? Exactly. That's what babies do, and we're not babies here. Otherwise, there's some
it's also like
implications.
certain foods are just good at that like peak heat because like when you let them cool down, that's when they start getting all yucky.
Yeah, they coagulate, and it's like, no, if I wanted lukewarm pizza, I would go back to being 2 and having my mommy cut it up for me, which I do, which is reserved only for 2-year-olds. If you cut up your pizza, you're a fucking toddler, and I don't respect you. But I can't keep tasting it if it burns my taste buds off. Well, you know what? You don't need fingerprints anyways. So why have the fingerprint on your tongue? Like, they'll grow back. They'll grow back. Coward.
Next question.
Yeah, next question. No, I'll call people cowards and toddlers.
Oh, that's fair, but you did it 3 times now.
I'm in a mood.
Apparently, and I'm trying to save you. I'm just trying to save you.
Sorry. Anyways, Evolutionary Prince asks, here's a hopefully challenging question for each of you. Across the board, song-wise and thematic-wise, what video game to you has the best soundtrack? And why?
Video game.
I mean, like...
Huh.
I don't want it to be limited to video games. My favorite soundtracks are all movies.
But video games. That's the challenge for you.
I don't really think about video game soundtracks.
It should make it easier, shouldn't it?
I guess it should.
Because
it should.
Yeah.
I actually have an answer for this one.
Go right ahead, Liz.
Personally, one of my all-time favorite gaming soundtracks is the soundtrack to The Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker.
Oh, that's a good sound. Zelda has great soundtracks.
Well, it's Wind Waker specifically because it has that nice, like, piratey Celtic feel to the music. It just sounds so beautiful.
Okay, that's valid. What about you, Max?
Oh boy, what indeed. What is my favorite video game soundtrack? I mean, I'm also, it's one of those things where when I discover a new one and I play it a lot, it sticks with me, so there is 100% recency bias in whatever I say. I mean, there's an argument that we already mentioned Stardew Valley earlier, that it's a soundtrack I actually like listening to by myself, like in the background music when I work. Hades also has a nice banger soundtrack since since I'm currently playing it. Hard Space Shipbreaker. At this rate, I might get into country. No, but I know that it's a good question, but it's the typical question where I just don't know the right answer right away, because there are some games out there that have absolutely amazing soundtrack, and I know, like, no, if I would play it now and I would hear it, I would get the goosebumps or something, but old man A&Y's memory is not what it used to be, so...
Let's see. What does Chrissy like? That's the big question. Fucking Rock Band or Guitar Hero 2. That's a great way to cheat because it's just all pre-established music. But no, favorite video game sound. I mean, I love the Fallout soundtracks. They're all really good. I love Link to the Past. That I like the music for honestly any of the Zelda games. Twilight Princess has a very pretty soundtrack too. Basically like every Zelda soundtrack that's not Breath of the Wild, because Breath of the Wild is just someone playing one note on a keyboard occasionally and then a bunch of ambient noises. Look, you can praise Breath of the Wild all you want. It's not perfect.
What?
But I know, I'm gonna get crucified. Rehydrated Ganon's gonna fucking get me. But, no, oh, you know what? I'm stupid. Any of the Pokemon soundtracks. The Pokemon games have fantastic music. I mean, like, there's a reason that Pokemon, like, the Viridian City and everything, or any of the town musics, or the battle music is just so synonymous with video game. So any of the Pokemon soundtracks, honestly. The BioShock soundtracks are also very good. I think I like the BioShock soundtracks more than the Fallout soundtracks, thinking about it. Very similar time era vibes, I suppose, but, you know. I like Underwater. And then, yeah, I don't think there's... I'm not super focused on video game soundtracks. I don't listen to video game soundtracks in my spare time, unless it's like Undertale or the Minecraft soundtrack, because it's all very calming music, you know, until you get to fucking Bone Streusel or Megalovania. But, you know, I like a lot of them, but I don't think I have a definitive one. Because it all depends, like playing a video game, it's all really dependent on the vibe you want to go for at that moment. So, you know, if I'm feeling an adventure-y vibe, Pokemon or Zelda. If I'm feeling a calming vibe, Stardew Valley. If I'm feeling an existential vibe, fucking BioShock, you know? It all depends.
Makes sense.
So there you
relatable.
go. There's your non-answer for today. Be happy with it. Let's see. Next question, also from Evolutionary Prince. Let's do an artsy like Twitter question that recently popped up. What's a picture What picture would you display that you drew to convince people to follow you on whatever social media platform you're on? I've been seeing this meme. It's a new version of the Skipper meme. But yeah, I'm trying to think what would be my way to, what thing would I draw to be like, hey, I draw this, follow me? That's a great question. And I'm thinking about that because I've been drawing a lot. It's very easy to just pick your most recent piece. Honestly.
Wait.
Trying to think.
So.
Actually, I think I know. For me, it'd be that my current Discord profile picture. Just me doing that like meme
just you
face.
being like,
So
like,
yeah,
yep, this is what you get. You're in for the silly.
Oh, there.
No,
I mean,
back now. No, sir.
Yeah, that's a good one. What would I pick? What would I pick? What would I pick? What would I pick? I mean, I guess I'll go with what my brain defaulted to because, you know, mental association. I probably just pick either one of the times I've drawn my gremlin or the little scrunkly ponies that I've recently drawn these that have the knives in their mouths. Because that's it's like if you're looking for this energy, you came to the right place.
Haha, stabby.
Yeah. If I went with something that's like legitimately good artwork, probably my Mina piece. It's still one of my favorite pieces I've ever made. But you know, I as someone who's a professional artist, I don't take myself too seriously. So I rather promote the funnier side of myself because I'm very personality driven. And then you can see the good artwork.
Sounds about right.
I have good artwork as my pin tweet right now, so you know, fucking, there you go. But what about you, Max? What would be your drawing first impression? Is it King dressed as Grunkle Stan?
That's the thing. I was wondering if it's Grunkle King, simply because
that's such a good one.
It's so good, but then again, it's like too good, maybe. If this makes sense.
You want them to manage their expectations?
It's a little bit of managing of expectations. Like, I mean, it's mostly also imitating. There is like with the more recent crossover ones, I have a little bit. I picked original poses and whatnot, while this one is like I was like clamoring like the typical Grunkle Stan pose with King, very very one-on-one. It came out so clean that it's like, yeah, but is it me? So that's why I'm a little bit like, not sure if this one would be. It's definitely a top contender. But
what about that dog from last BronyCon? Are you talking about the multiple images of Kermit that I had people give me at the last BronyCon that I like stacked gently on
what?
Max as he? Oh, hold on. Find your picture, Max.
My picture. I maybe I go with this one because this is like Darkest Dungeon emulation, but for the actual person, real life person, Jesse Cox. So maybe this one. This one actually got me another person who was like, "Whoa, can I commission you to do this?" And I was like, "You know what person." You get one for free.
Oh,
simply,
Jesse.
Yeah. You get one. You get your avatar in this style for free, simply for being the first person ever to ask me for a commission. So that's then actually, where is it? There he is. There he is.
One.
That one exactly. And I was like, you know what, dude? I don't need the money. I'm not doing this as my job, but simply for asking. Here, have one. I'm currently in the mood of drawing more in that style. So, that's an anecdote you got for free. But yeah, you found them pictures?
I mean, I saved them. So basically, at the last BronyCon, I had a promotion that if you gave me a printed out picture of Kermit, I would give you a free button. So I got these. There's the two of the same. And then I also got this one. Beautiful. I got... I love how withered this one looks, like it's an old-timey, like, from the war. Directly crying. The sleepy one. And then my favorite, which is when someone gave me this one that has 5 little Kermits, and then asked me for 5 buttons, because it was all images of Kermit, and I was like, you think you're real slick, don't you? You're not getting 5 Kermits, 5 buttons, but I appreciate the hustle. And then I don't know if I have the picture on me, but I do. But there is a picture that I have of Max lying in the fetal position on the floor with my banner and being covered in Kermits, and it's one of my favorite pictures.
I've gotta be real here. With all those pictures of Kermit, you could have a cork board and be like some sort of like mastermind with like all the like pins and the ribbons going across the screen with all these Kermits, like, yes.
No, what it
yes.
would be, it would be like the Simpsons thing of do it for her with the pictures of Maggie, but instead it's all pictures of Kermit.
Oh no.
But yeah, there you go. There's your answer. So thank you for your question.
And then you turned my ferret into Kermit.
Rest in peace.
I'm seeing if I can find the picture.
Well, there's two pictures of that, isn't there? Because didn't I make Himbo Kermit, and then I also made Rocket Kermit, and you didn't recognize that it was Rocket as Kermit until Wolf had pointed it out?
Oh, yeah. I'm specifically thinking of the Himbo one, which is now technically an emoji in my Discord, but since emoji is a little bit on the small end of things, I'm seeing if I can find it, but it doesn't look
I mean, it's probably, I feel like I put it in Fern Noodles.
That's literally where I am right now, scrolling hard. But I
can't have done this too long ago. Someone with extremely fast skills, find Kermbo. I know he's here. But for reference, here's the Rocket one for people. The one I'm really proud of because Max thought that I just sent a random picture of a ferret. He didn't even notice that this is photoshopped on a fucking Italian greyhound.
Blip.
Hey, why would you do this?
Why indeed?
I mean, I've also fat shamed his ferrets.
It's true.
And
what do his ferrets ever do?
They don't have jobs. Obviously. My favorite thing is fat shaming Rocket because I just photoshopped pictures of Rocket to be fucking orbs. It's one of my favorite.
Those are actually in the recent history of Fur Noodles.
Wait, did I put the photoshopped Rocket? Yeah, Rocket's true form. Look at him. It's what he really looks like.
Tonker.
It's his true form. It's what Rocket wants to be.
Oh wait,
Odie found it.
Of course, Odie found it.
Because I DM'd it to him so he could make it into the emote.
I see.
This is one of my best Photoshop jobs I've ever done, and I hate it.
Is it the pink version or is it the normal version?
No, it's normal.
Okay.
I don't have the pink one.
Where
I
is
prefer.
It?
I don't know. I don't know where the pink one is.
Didn't he just say he has it?
He has the one that's not pink.
Yes. Where is it?
It's loading. It's loading.
Okay. Loading. We are spending a lot of time waiting for pictures.
It's where. Oh, and apparently the pink one is right below it in me and Odie's chat history. Perfect.
Excellent.
There's the Kermit himbo.
Sermon. Okay, he has OG Thermit.
I am so proud of this Photoshop. The thing that made me the most proud was.
Sermbo?
Huh?
What is it even called?
Kermbo. But what I loved about this Photoshop was the fact that when we put it in Fur Noodles, some people were like, was it we put it in Fur Noodles or we had it up on live stream and people were like, what's wrong with it? It's
stop doing this.
What's wrong with it? It's just a ferret. Like, people didn't realize that I photoshopped a dog's face onto it.
Yeah.
What? It's just an ordinary Krabby Patty?
Oh my goodness. It's just an average ordinary ferret. Oh my goodness. My favorite video that I will ever have is you grabbing Himbo and being like, I'm sorry. I gotta put you outside now.
I have to throw you out into the world. You cannot live here anymore.
You can't live here anymore. But yes.
But
yes, anyways.
These poor ferrets.
Yeah, look, they're fine. They're spoiled.
So I guess you already gave your answer to the question. What was it? To the remaining question by Death Alchemist.
The most cursed thing you've drawn. I mean, do you count this as drawn?
I mean, you use Photoshop. What do you use for your paintings? Okay, Sai. But what is Sai a Photoshop clone?
I guess. Maybe this is up there with one of the most cursed things I've made. Yes.
Yeah. And I accidentally already spoiled my most cursed thing.
I hate it. God, this is old too.
Yeah, this is old. I was about to say, you put this drawing challenge forward, and then the pictures apparently are still lying around.
Yeah. Lizzie, what's the most cursed thing you've ever drawn?
I'm actually having to look for that. This might take me seconds. I know I've had something in here that's really cursed. You just gotta give me a second.
Wait, let me find the other one. There are more of the same. Oh shit! There are more in the same series.
Oh no. I'm trying to think. There has to be something cursed that I've, like, drawn.
Is this you crossed with me? I guess so.
Yes, that has to be. Why is it so angry?
I guess because it's you crossed with me. There's only anger left. And there should be a third one.
The happiness got negated.
Oh yeah, there's the third one.
Oh my god, why is it crying?
It's not crying, it's a monocle.
Oh.
Oh sure, yeah, I forgot.
All three are the most cursed one, but yeah, since we have now shown our cursed ones, you also need to show your most cursed one, Lizzie. No way around it.
I forgot. When Ricky was doing like Delta Room streams, I drew, upon his request, I drew this.
Oh yeah, because he just did a JFK voice for this character.
It looks a little bit like JFK.
Is that your JFK voice?
Oh no.
Oh no.
I like your funny words, Magic Man. Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys.
And he also specifically requested in the style of Clone, and I'm just, this is cursed beyond any sort of anything.
It's awful. I love it.
I realize it exists.
It's definitely not something that should exist. I'm looking to see if that, because I felt like I drew something cursed. I definitely draw cursed things in my spare time.
Oh really? I haven't been able to tell.
I mean, my favorite thing though is just taking my little sticker head, the one with the giant bulged eyes that's kind of like just staring off into space, and just making it very angry. In like this thumbnail that I made for one of my live streams, the aura of this energy of this thumbnail is terrifying.
Is this by any chance?
Oh,
what image?
Freaking grabby hands.
What is the backdrop image that I have for you? Ah, no, it's a civilized one. Doesn't count. I was hoping that it might, because for me, I believe I have actually this one. Wait, let me. Yeah.
What, your little sticker head?
Yeah, I have my sticker head, but it doesn't have the crazy eyes.
You don't have this.
Ah, there it is. Yeah.
The very Chrissy expression of just.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I have it somewhere, but no, I have
Probably
not put
somewhere.
it as your baggy thingy.
Okay. I think I found something that may qualify as one of my most cursed. I don't remember the. So the context of this picture is Derek did a stream. This is a great start. Derek did a stream where he was watching a bunch of like videos that were on the 3DS, like 3DS exclusive videos that included a Monsters vs. Aliens short that they real-time dubbed over in the stream. So I made this drawing. At this point, me and Derek weren't friends yet. So this was one of Derek's first impressions of me, and it was me drawing him as Bob saying 4. For some reason, I kept this in my project files. So
this is horribly cursed.
I think it's wonderfully rendered, and that's what makes it worse.
The effort that went into this.
But everything else is horrible.
Yeah, it's awful. But thank you for your question, Deaf Alchemist. And now it is time for the FMK.
It is.
Alright, so the FMK today is sponsored by Magical Dude, who said, I can't believe the show is live and we don't have an FMK, unless Lizzie asked for there to not be one. They didn't. So, here we go. Let's celebrate Barbie coming out, guys. Fuck, marry, kill doll franchises. Now, I'm going to say this, especially since the stinger text with this is the sentence "little girls love them." All these characters are aged up. I'm putting that there. So we have Barbie, Monster High, and something called LOL Surprise.
Yes.
I don't know what that is.
I had to Google it myself before we went there.
How bad is it?
It was my immediate kill answer, and at the same time I was like, shit, it will never be around for me to kill it.
Oh no, what's wrong with them? Oh, okay. I am making an executive decision.
Yes.
I am making an executive decision, especially since half of these pictures I'm seeing on the Google Images are babies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change these to Bratz dolls, because at least then they are like closer to adults. They own a magazine. They're careers people. So yeah, I'm throwing out LOL Surprise. Those are children. those are thumbtacks.
I have no idea how the Bratz show is spelled.
Here, it's BRATZ. Here's a picture.
That helps.
Delicious!
Well then.
I guess we have the fuck answer.
This is going wonderfully.
It is, so those are Bratz over here.
Yeah, anyways, Lizzie, so you have Bratz dolls, Barbies, and Monster High. What is your FMK and why?
So first off, for my sanity, I'm going to change the F to friend. Friendship.
Okay. Sure, bud.
For my sake. But
I just want to point out, she turns the F into friendship, fair, but she's still willing to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing wrong with
I'm fine with murder, but I draw the line at intercourse.
Exactly.
Well, this is my side effect of thing in rom-com. I'm used to it.
Yes, but okay. So who is your friend? Who is your marriage, and who is your kill?
My friend would be the Bratz dolls, because specifically as a kid, I never played with a lot of Barbie, but I played with a lot of Bratz. Like specifically the Bratz Rock Angel line that came out when I was a kid. I used to have like a lot of those. For Mary, I'd probably go with Monster High. I never played with Monster High, but I just love the aesthetics of the dolls.
Okay, yeah, fair. And then
And I'm sorry, for the kill, it would have to be Barbie. It's nothing against Barbie. I just never could get into Barbie like I could with like either one of the other two dolls.
Okay. So you're killing an American icon. Good to know, Lizzie. You're killing Oppenheimer's best friend.
Oh, please, I want to be the first. I want to be the first person in the world to do that.
Didn't the movie teach you anything?
You killed Oppenheimer's best friend.
I mean, what
Barbara.
I personally have learned is that Barbie is a fascist. Watch the movie.
We gotta see Barbie.
No,
Everything I hear about this movie is just a new bit of like, what is this movie?
It makes total sense when you see it.
Yep.
Trust me.
Sure, bud.
But no,
All
like,
right.
I'm basically going off of my experiences when I was like growing up, because like I said, I like Barbie. Like, don't get me wrong. I had like what's this thing? They had like this the Barbie Rapunzel playset that came out when I was a kid. The one with like the little the canvas where you could like dip it.
Yeah.
Dip like brush
I know
water
that
in
one.
it. Yeah.
I know
That
that
was
one.
like one of my favorites, but like I just don't remember being as into Barbie as I was for like Bratz. I don't know what it was. I just they just found them more appealing, especially when the Rock Angel one came out. I think that was my first realization that I just liked the rocker chick aesthetic.
Valid. But okay, I remember last time, I think I went second last time. So, Max.
Okie dokie, let's see.
For once, you have answers where you don't have to go completely gay.
I know, right?
We've had a lot of all-male choices the past few awkwards.
But the question is, what's stronger? Because it's like, nah, I can only rotate in one direction. What's stronger? My urge to kill Bratz or my urge to fuck Barbie?
You don't want to be a monster fucker?
Oh, if you put it like this!
Everything about this is so cursed.
They're all aged up, folks.
Okay. I can fuck monsters. I Monster High for obvious reasons because
it's
monster
just
fucking.
Monster Prom.
Exact. It's Monster Prom. It's the reviewers, interspecies reviewers. It's I never watched this one where the dude gets hooked up with all the monsters, but
Monster Mizume?
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I never watched the Centaur.
You got a lot
much,
of good choices with Monster High. You got Short Stack Vampirina. You got They Them Frankenpuss. Like, you know, it's a lot of good stuff.
I haven't, except for the name and advertisement pictures, I have no contact point with this entire IP whatsoever, but I gonna fuck her. The ultimate one-night stand. Knowing nothing about the person and never looking back afterwards. So this leaves me to kill Bratz. I don't know. I have no personal connection with it at all, and it just they have those big bubble heads. I don't know. It's wrong.
Their smug aura mocks me.
Basically, yeah. It's wrong. There is so much wrongness, and I need to exterminate it. It's my mission.
I found that weird that you say that, because Monster High like also has like a similar issue with like the heads being a little bit bigger.
but monster fucking. Think about it, Lizzie. Monster fucking. I mean, I know. Monster friendshipping. Monster befriending. Okay, if I put it like
so
this,
you're okay with if you're friendshipping monsters, the heads are okay.
Yeah, look, there's more space for friendship in that cranium. But okay, so you're killing them, and why are you marrying Barbie? Why are you gonna be Barbie's Ken?
No, that's the thing. I don't want to be Barbie's Ken. I want to be Barbie's husband. I want to be her equal. I want to have a healthy, well-balanced relationship. Watch the movie, then you understand why I don't want to be Barbie's Ken. I want to be Barbie's Max. This will be Kenough. So she
Kenough. Is that a line in the movie? We heard it here
first.
It's in the movie.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh wait. Oh.
Not as a line, but.
Oh.
I'm losing my brain. Max wants to turn Ken into a cuck.
I mean, that wouldn't be hard. Literally in Barbie in the Dream House, which is the best piece of Barbie media of all time. Until recently. Look, I'm just saying. Guys, watch Barbie in the Dream House. It's on YouTube, and it's some of the funniest shit.
I put the link down below.
They are aware that they're dolls, and it's really fucking funny.
It is
yeah.
unhinged from what I've seen.
It's very unhinged. Like, my god. Also, Barbie vlogs a lot, and she has like vlogs, and they're very personal and nice, and it's like, what? Talking about like mental health. Anyways, so okay, so this was the circle.
Good, healthy partner. Okay.
Yeah. So this leaves me with.
God, I really need to get you a chalkboard with a little chalk disc and a package of chalk so you can write the names on them and then just turn it.
Hold on. Let me just pull out my handy dandy Ida notebook and then just.
Oh my god.
So.
No, technically you only need one piece of chalk. And then you have a little thing that says me, Max, guest that you can then put in the middle and then rotate. You write with chalk the objects around, the items, the subjects around as the guest does it, and then you can rotate. Super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Lizzie, did you marry Monster High?
Yeah.
Yes, because she killed Barbie.
Okay, I got my choice. Don't fucking judge me, sir. Okay, so I am going to start with my killing answer. And very fitting, I'm going to kill Monster High.
What a twist, but why?
Most of them are already undead. So I feel like I'm just providing them an inconvenience. I'm not really killing them. I'm just making them more monstrous because they'll probably come back as zombies. So like so you got like a zombie vampire and a zombie werewolf and a zombie siren. Like, it's just more marketing. I'm helping. That's my cope with that.
Well, that's one version of a spin-off I haven't seen before.
I'm going to marry the brats. Because you know what? They are successful. Because here's the thing with Bratz. If you go into the canon of Bratz lore, as I'm very well versed in, because I'm just versed in everything apparently, you know, they have a very successful magazine and TV show and fashion lines and all these things, so they make pretty good bank. And then on top of that, if you go into the metaverse of it all, like, the Bratz don't even need to make dolls anymore. They don't. The Bratz brand is just them animating Bratz characters lip syncing to scenes from other things. Like, there was a viral clip going around of like what's the movie with Megan Fox, Jennifer's Body?
Oh yeah.
There's a clip of just them having Chloe like doing the tongue burning scene from Jennifer's Body, but with Bratz. Or the mental breakdown in the bathroom from Euphoria, but with Bratz. Like, they are so untouchable, they could just do this stuff. I want that power. I want to be what I truly am inside, which is a brat. I'm a little brat.
You're marrying yourself into the circle. Well played, well played.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, you still have to enter the
There's a quote on the internet now of Chrissy 2023. I'm a little brat. And that means I'm gonna fuck Barbie. How the fuck am I gonna do that? She doesn't have fucking genitals. I guess it's just gonna be like...
Wait, neither of you has anything?
I mean, like, what's going to happen? Like, I imagine, like...
This is too dull and... Did you want to tell us all something right here, right now?
Yes, I'm a Barbie. Ooh. But no, I'm gonna fuck Barbie because, you know what? She's been in Barbie land for so long. She hasn't experienced true life. And I want to make an honest human out of her. Not just an honest woman, an honest human out of her. She doesn't have parts now. She's gonna have some when I'm done with her. Yeah.
Okay.
don't give me that.
You're gonna do like that one guy. You're gonna do like that one guy did with that Sonic doll.
Just, you know, just...
Or was it... Wait. Yeah, it was a Sonic doll, wasn't it?
Snip, snip.
Yeah, that's just
Key, no.
grotesque.
Don't you mean awkward?
No, I mean grotesque.
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The memes are seen on this live stream as they talk about random crap. It's time for awkward guests. It's the awkward. Random guests and funny gags on the awkward guests. Artwork and analysis which you do not want to